Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently witnessing the slow motion collapse of the UK's ability to build anything at all. For years, the industry has operated on a just in time delivery model, not just for bricks and steel, but for human beings as well. We assumed there would always be a steady stream of young lads and lasses eager to join the construction industry, or a ready supply of skilled labour from the continent to help plug the gaps. We were wrong. As of February 2026, the UK construction and demolition sector isn't just facing a shortage, it's facing a demographic hemorrhage that our current sticking plaster policies can't possibly stem. Let's talk numbers. In the US, they talk about 5 out, 2 in. In the UK, the reality is arguably even more grim. Since the twin shocks of Brexit and the pandemic, the UK construction industry workforce has shed over 300,000 workers. We're now sitting at a 25-year low for sector employment. The Construction Industry Training Board says we need roughly 250,000 extra workers by 2029 just to keep the lights on and to meet the government's ambitious housing targets. That's nearly 50,000 new recruits every single year. So what's the intake? In the last cycle, we saw roughly 24,500 apprenticeship starts. On paper, that's half of what we need, but that's only part of the story. Nearly half of those apprentices will drop out before they reach qualified status. We're recruiting 2, losing 5 to retirement or illness, and only actually finishing the training for 1. We're not just running a training deficit, we're bankrupting our future capacity. Over 35% of our current workforce is over the age of 50. Within the next decade, 750,000 people will walk off cites in the UK for the last time. And when they go, they don't just take their boots and their hard hats, they take decades of tacit knowledge that's not written in any MVQ manual. We're losing the teachers faster than we can find the students. In the demolition sector, it's even more acute. How many 18-year-olds are told by their careers advisors that deconstruction is a viable, high-tech career? I'll tell you, it's almost none. We've rebranded the trades as a last resort for the academically struggling. And now we're surprised that no one wants to join. And it's not just old age taking our people, it's the industry itself. A staggering 76% of tradespeople surveyed this year have considered leaving the sector. And what's the official response? The government pledged roughly £600 million to create 60,000 more workers by 2029. That sounds like a lot until you realise that 60,000 over 5 years is just 12,000 per year. And as a reminder, we need 50,000 per year. The government's plan addresses less than 25% of the actual need. They're promising the public a building revolution, while the army required to fight it is deserting in droves. This should be a wake-up call. If we don't fundamentally change how we value, train, and protect our tradespeople, we're heading for a hard stop in the UK economy. Housing will become a luxury because the labour cost of a bricklayer will surpass the cost of the land. Infrastructure will crumble because we lack the engineers to maintain it. Innovation will stall because you can't 3D print an excavator operator or a demolition engineer. We need more than just funding. We need a cultural pivot. We need to stop treating the trades as a secondary career path. We need to pay apprentices a living wage from day one so they don't leave for a retail job that pays more for less physical risk. We need to invest in the health and longevity of our older workers so they can stay in the game for longer as mentors. The machines are still moving for now, but the seats within them are getting emptier every single day. If we don't act soon, the Great British Building Site will become a silent, empty monument to a country that forgot how to use its hands.